Good morning, I'm Michael from Monster Gaming, and if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. So today I am super excited to open the Mutant Menace Fallout Commander deck from Magic the Gathering. So Magic the Gathering for a while now, I've been doing collaborations with other people. So no longer just using Magic cards, but going into other worlds. They're calling it Universes Beyond. And I absolutely love Fallout. I've put so many days worth of time into playing the Fallout series. The only one I've not played is I've not played number 2, not played number 2 at all. But 3 and 4 and New Vegas, they were my staples on the Xbox. I absolutely loved them. Dabbled in Fallout 76. I actually went on it after it had a lot of repair work done to it because apparently it was unplayable when it first came out. I really have enjoyed what I've played of Fallout 76. But here it is, Mutant Menace deck. So here's this really, really cool picture of the wise Mothman, who is a benevolent character in Fallout 76. There's a picture of what the card looks like. You're able to bring him, I want to say juices or nectar, and he provides you with boons. Yeah, they're absolutely awesome, all set around Point Pleasant. So on the back, you can almost imagine Ron Perlman saying war never changes. But we have some pictures of the other cards in the set. Here's the other main commander that you can use, the Master Transcendent, who's the villain in the very first Fallout. Though I vaguely think, I feel like I sided with him rather than destroyed him. But, okay, let's open it up. So it's opened nicely. Can I get it to come out though? Oh, fell out everywhere. Probably should have opened it from the bottom. So, to start with, cool, lots of bits, shake them all out. Okay, so here we have this kind of shiny radiation, that's cool set of pictures. So we've got some Fallout themed tokens. They are just cardboard punch out. We have, again, it's just a face card. It's not actually anything you can use. Again, same with the little Vault Boy picture. On the back, we've got a few more punch out tokeny things. And then let's toss those. We have got a very, very cool spin down counter. So what do we got? So we go from 40 to 21 on one side, flip the Mothman over, and then there we go. We've got some more numbers going down to 0 the other side. So actually that's quite cool. I mean, I use dice, but I would use that just because I really like the Mothman. Card deck. So the Ultra Pro make deck boxes this time. It was a shame they didn't make the Doctor Who ones. And then we have instructions on how best to play the Wise Mothman deck. So first of all, we've got a page on Commander rules, and then, tactics for if you're using the Wise Mothman, tactics for if you're using the Master as your commander. So here we have a very, very flimsy, very, very small sample of a collector's booster. So I guess we'll open it up. I mean, won't be too excited. See what we get. Oh. So Curie, Emergent Intelligence, and Temple of Abaddon. So not too exciting, but it is just a sample. I actually quite like the collector's booster that I opened. So I'll do this little pack first, and then I'll do the main deck. So what do we got? So here we have the Wise Mothman. So we have a nice shiny one. This is a slightly thicker card stock. And then the rest of it is going to be our tokens. So we've got an alien token and a clue, zombie mutant and a copy, zombie mutant copy, zombie mutant, copy, alien, and a clue, zombie mutant, and a clue. And this is the, I suppose, the new exciting mechanic, radiation. So you get rad counters, and this is used to track your level of radiation. And then at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, if you have any rad counters, mill that many rad counters. For each non-land card milled that way, you lose 1 life and a rad counter. So you shed radiation and you mill some cards. And then the master, he actually can bring some of those creatures back into play, and loads of zombie mutants. Let's put them to one side. So here is the 100 card deck. So Commander and 99. So again, there's the wise old Mothman in Fallout 76. And there is the Master Transcendent in Fallout. Then flipping it around. So here is Jason Bright, the glowing prophet, who was a friendly ghoul that you could team up with. Here's a Maya Lurk Queen, absolutely giant mutant monster. I'm not quite sure I understand why Piper is in here. So Piper is a character from Fallout 4. I don't remember her being a mutant. Here is a Rad Storm. The Struggle for Project Purity. Here's a feral ghoul being savaged by them in the tunnels and the subways underneath Washington in Fallout 3 many a time. So here's Hancock. Now, I quite liked Hancock. I always thought it was funny to go around with. It was one of the characters, one of the ghouls that you could have as a companion. Across the Fallout games, you could have many different characters as companions. Quite like the art on this one, Nuclear Fallout. Gets loads of people rad counters. So here's a Screeching Scorch Beast, which is one of the flying enemies out of Fallout 76. So then we have Vault 12, the Necropolis. They all got stuck in there and everybody died. So here's Harold and Bob, the first Newmans. So they appeared in one of the earlier Fallouts, but by the time you get to Fallout 3, they've turned into Harold's turned into rooted as a tree, and is being worshipped in an oasis. So it's quite a nice little quest. So here's Lily Bowen, Raging Grandmother, who I actually think you could have. So even though super mutants are traditionally villains in the games, and you're battling them and shooting them at a distance, but actually I'm pretty sure she could follow you around, and there was a quest where you could meet ghouls that recognised her as a grandmother. The classic Power Fist. Rampaging Yao Guai. I've never been able to pronounce that. It's a bear mutant that's often villain in the wilderness. Here's Strong, who's actually a really good super mutant who again can go around with you as a companion. So the Tato Farmer. So I quite like they've done as a zombie mutant peasant. So Tato farms are everywhere, and actually normally you have like raiders lurking near them, or just like peasants. But here they've gone with it being a zombie mutant peasant. The Rad Stag, which pretty much is a staple of the wildlife wandering around, often shooting them and taking their meat. And then Agent Frank Horrigan. Now, he's from Fallout 2, and while I've not played it, I believe he's kind of like an armoured character that doesn't know he's actually a mutant, if I recall what I remember chatting about with someone once. So then the Mighty Alpha Deathclaw, a lizard mutant. Absolutely terrifying when you come across these in the earlier levels in Fallout. Atomize. Marcus the Mutant Mayor, who I think was in multiple games, and he founds a town in one of them where mutants and humans live in harmony as long as you don't cause any trouble. Mutational Advantage. Volt 87, Forced Evolution. A Nuka missile launcher, standard, well, I say standard weapon, I never really used them. Absolutely destructive weapon, but I did always like finding the nukes around the map. I always felt quite rewarding when you'd search a cupboard and you find one. Recon Craft Theta. So in Fallout 3, one of the expansions, one of the DLCs was very alien based. Recon Craft Theta creates alien tokens. And then here's our land, mixture of colours. So obviously black, green and blue. Fraying Sanity. These are some classic old ones. The Guardian Project, quite like the little picture of the Master wiggling his little Master arms around in that one. Hardened Scales. Tireless Tracker. Biomass Mutation. The Casualties of War. I think that's a very, very cool picture on there. Find and Finality. And then more land, Darkwater Catacombs, Drowned Catacombs, Exotic Orchard, Fetid Pools, Hinterland Harbour, Nesting Grounds, Sunken Hollow, Temple of the Sea. I quite think that's very funny that we've gone with Vault-Tec Industries as the Temple of the Sea. Temple of Melody, Temple of Mystery, Woodland Cemetery. Had a massive, massive battle outside there. I'm sure that's one of the churches outside Fallout 76. A Vexing Radgull. Don't actually remember that one. Bird Mutant. The Bloatfly Swarm. I always think Bloatfly are just utterly pointless. One hit with VATS and they're pretty much dead. Same with the Infesting Rad Roach. Again, get them in VATS. A Cathedral Acolyte. A glowing one, again terrifying when you're walking through the tunnels and then suddenly one of these comes running at you. The Lumbering Mega Sloth. Contaminated Drink, because drink that and you get some rads. The Nightkin Ambushers, which are invisible, totally annoying super mutants in a multiple games. I think they're in New Vegas, I think they're in 3, I think they're in 2. I think they're quite big in 2 actually. Raoul Troubleshooter, again another ghoul who you can team up with. Or some young Deathclaws. Then I quite like the bobblehead, so there we go, we've got Strength bobblehead, so that's quite cool. Cultivate, super mutant growing a flower. Farseek, so classic kind of magic Farseek picture, but this time with a super mutant standing on the edge. Quite like the ghoul sunbathing there. Inspiring Call. Rampant Growth. That's quite cool. Corpsejack Menace. Putrefy. Winding Constrictor. Some kind of radiation looking snake. Arcane Signet. Contagion Clasp. That's a very cool soul ring. Talisman of Curiosity. I quite like these are all the comic books that you could collect in the game. Ash Barrens, Command Tower, Evolving Wilds, Portrait Mile, Path of Ancestry, Tainted Isle. Just lots and lots of land, but skinned with Fallout pictures. And then that's a very cool Fallout looking swamp. Quite like these isometric-y ones as well. That's quite cool. Survivor with a dog. And then what's the blue one going to be? Out looking out on the harbour. So I'm really excited to try it. Thank you very much for looking. Take care.